dopest sports talk show on the radio. You heard what I said. Mason, Eagle, highlights and big plays from the East Coast to the West Coast, from Oregon to Georgia State. Touchdowns and home runs, slam dunks and long runs. Athletes and sports junkie. If you got the knowledge, come get you some. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Sound mad, get your team low. Jerry Jones, cause I'm the ball. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Crush, Jack. Yeah.
Woo, it's Tuesday, and it's 8 o'clock, and you're tuned in to the dopest sports show on radio. It's The Crush, right here on the Sensation Station Network, and I'm your humble co-host, Eagle. And with me as always, I don't know why he got all that cowboy stuff, but you know what it is. It is what it is, man. What's up, Macy?
Hey, man, I had to go through, I had to cycle all my stuff, man. I mean, since, I can't wear it Super Bowl Sunday. I got so many outfits I had ready for y'all, man.
Were they creased up?
Oh,
no,
man, you see?
You can tell that's your brand.
It draped up, dripped out. Ordered this when we won the division, you know what I'm saying? So, it just been on ice. It just been on ice. That's all. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is.
I mean, you got to wear it because, you don't know.
One thing about, I represent 24/7. I'm not, all of a sudden stuff going to be sold out in the, Walmart and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I already got mine.
You got yours?
Got mine.
What is Erica? She's rising up.
God.
Hey, Chef. You knew.
Listen, I was dreading this day.
Yeah.
I was dreading this day.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, and look on my page because he does the Dirty Bird.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We got it on
They
YouTube.
got you doing the Dirty Bird?
On YouTube.
Again.
Twice.
Again.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you during the
Wow.
break. I'll show it to you during the break.
Really?
Yeah.
And that voice is our guest for today, Brandy Ford.
What's happening?
Game Changers 180.
Thank you so very much.
Love this program. We've been able to speak and be with Brandy for a year or two now.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk a lot about that. But we got a phone call on the Cricket Wireless Hotline. Macy, yo.
Hey, caller, what you crushing on?
Yo, you already know what I'm pressing on.
Yeah,
Mike with the back days on.
We know, Mike. We know, Mike. We know you ready for
Not just we ready, but we ready.
Oh, right. That's right. We ready.
Yeah, I say pulled out the cut on you, boy.
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. Happy days, man. Happy days in the city. Happy days in the city.
You gonna let us know when this Super Bowl party is?
Yeah. We trying to hash out some things. We'll have the final details out by the weekend.
We finalized those, but
And
Mike.
I just wanted to say, it was just so nice that the Falcons just beat them so convincingly. It was just nothing for the haters to say it.
Just the beat down.
Of
Just
course,
the
they still
beat
make
down.
excuses, but
Well, Mike, if anybody listen to the show, I tried to tell y'all that Green Bay didn't have a chance, but hey.
Oh,
It
wow.
is what it is. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, I don't
taking
think
credit
he
now.
said so much they didn't have a chance.
No, I did. I said they got the worst defense in the NFL.
Oh, dang.
It's on book. It's on record. We got it.
Okay.
It's all good.
I don't remember that part.
Thank you, Mike.
Maybe
Yeah.
he whispered it.
Yeah, whatever. We'll holler at you, man.
What number did he call us at,
Hey,
Mace?
man, Mike called the show at 678-613-5857.
Speaking of haters, we're going to jump into that a little bit in this hot topic that we got coming up.
Uh-huh.
Then we're going to do our question interview with our girl, Brandy. We got the rundown, and then we're going to let Erica just let you do it. She done tore up half the damn things over there. She knows she the only reason I'm dressed like this. Yeah, I know.
She the only reason I had to come
She is
back.
not playing.
That foolishness that I knew we was going to have today.
You knew.
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Cutting up.
I'm so glad I went back in the house and got this.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
So y'all ready to do this, man?
Let's do this.
Lord have mercy.
Make sure you look like you're a confused fan right now.
Oh, wow.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, we almost at 2,000 views for his Dirty Bird. So y'all
Could y'all please stop watching
Keep it
that?
up.
Could y'all please stop watching
Let's get to 2,000, baby.
And
Let's get to
share it.
2,000.
Keep sharing it.
Could y'all please stop watching that?
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
This is Corey Jarvis, head football coach at Mays High School. When I listen to sports radio, I listen to ssnatl.com.
Hot topics.
We're going into some hot topics brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dance. If your smile is becoming you, you should be coming to us. Dr. Kevin Dance has been practicing dentistry for 15 years in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. His office is located at 3752 Cascade Road, Suite 190. Complete family dentistry with everything you need in one office. Call and make an appointment at 678-836-2118. That's 678-836-2118. Before we get into the hot topic, just want to make sure we do this. Happy birthday to our girl, Nikki Pepper. Happy birthday, Heather. She's happy birthday, Heather. You could ask for a better birthday present because at about right now,
About 9 o'clock.
New edition is coming on, the Epic Series.
Yeah,
so
wow.
I know she is
ready to watch.
Yeah,
So, no doubt.
Happy birthday, Nikki. Let me just go ahead and say, hot topics. It's the hot topic for the day because some guy who got bored up there. Boston Globe columnist Dan Shaughnessy has stated that this is not a good thing that the Patriots might win their 5th title against the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, wow.
They would have rather it been against the Cowboys or the Giants or some pretty team like that. He said it just may take a little luster off of it because, Atlanta fans aren't real pro fans. They are college fans, and they do okay, and we don't know what peace tree they're on. So Boston's already started with the trash talk, as we can see. Did everybody else see this article, man?
Yeah, Dan Shaughnessy is his name.
I messed up his name on purpose.
Yeah.
Because it's a long name that don't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't, but he's from Boston.
He was in Boston. Erica, what are your thoughts?
The nerve, the temerity, the gall to talk about us when, excuse me, how long was it before the Red Sox won the World Series? I think he forgot about that.
Yeah, he forgets.
Oh, yeah, How long has it been since Boston I think he forgot about that, too. And if it wasn't for Tom Brady and Belichick, he wouldn't have these rings. So how quickly we forget how long it took Boston to get back in the circle. I mean, I guess he's miserable because it's cold all the time.
He seems like he's just a little upset. What's your thoughts, Mace?
Well, this is the stigma that Atlanta has to live with. Everybody, you had the guy early, the ESPN guy, coming through town talking about what a Falcon fans.
Oh, yeah, the dude that's from New Orleans?
Right. It's just national perception. And here you go, you got a guy who, see, the thing people understand about these writers, they do a lot of this stuff for shock value.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why he wrote the article.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just go on and fan the flame just a little bit. I mean, but only way you combat that, you just win.
You gotta say
You just win. You don't have to. That's what kills me about so many people. Like, I don't have to talk back and forth with you about it. Listen, I'm just gonna perform. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, and then at the end of the day, then write the column after we beat you.
Because
I mean, that's the
Right.
thing. You can't.
Right.
That's the thing.
the greatest thing ever, man. I'm sitting in the airport Sunday night after the game. I got my hat on. Every Falcon fan was like, "There, one more."
One more.
That's all they kept saying.
One
Then I
more.
ran into a Patriot fan. He was like, "All right, we see y'all. The thing I tell, like we were talking about yesterday with Atlanta fans, we don't have to just enjoy this. Forget what they say.
Exactly.
I don't care what they say.
Exactly.
But that's the funny part about that's the funny part about being a fan. You don't have to prove your fandom.
No, just
you don't have to listen.
enjoy this, man.
Just enjoy the ride, because the thing again, ex Carolina, ex Denver.
Yeah.
Listen, next year everything may change. You just
right.
don't know.
That's
you have
right.
to live with sports, especially the NFL. You have to live in the moment.
And I see the difference between 98 and this team and
Yeah.
this city and this whole vibe that's going on. So you know me, I'm enjoying it. I mean, but this guy's hilarious because what does anything that is going on in Atlanta or not going on in Atlanta have to do with this football team that we are putting out there?
So, Brandy,
But shock the world.
you seeing what's going on around here. You're feeling the vibes. You got some contact. What are your feelings about what's going on in the city right now?
I think it's great for the city. I mean, just to be honest with you, it's so much stuff going on. Like
Right.
we're building a new stadium. You got Braves stadiums coming up.
Yeah.
People are excited about the newness of everything. So you put in a championship and then going to the Super Bowl on top of that, which has not happened for the city in so long.
Yeah.
Everybody is kind of like busting at the seams and trying to see this game coming up. So I think it's just a lot of excitement for everybody because people, whether they want to admit it or not, they've been waiting on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Some people didn't think it would ever happen, but they were still going to be Falcons
Right,
fans
right.
no matter what.
'Cause the
So
thing-
now it's happened, and they're like, "Whoa, what just happened?"
And the funny part about it, see,
what he got the response he wanted because he's been on TV all day.
Oh, yeah.
He's been so everybody see. You have to know what to ignore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, he wrote the article. That's fine. But see, that's part of understanding. Changing the culture.
Yep.
Because see, like if an Atlanta writer writes a piece like that, it won't even get past Charlotte.
Right.
It will never
Right.
make its way. So that's
Right.
what I'm trying to get people to understand. Don't buy into the hype. It's just hype.
well, let
He
me
just
just say,
wanted a response.
And he got
That
it.
was it. He just wanted to respond. How
But
many
you know
people
what?
want to respond to me?
I'm kind of guy, a cocky dude like that wrote that because I want to see the fans respond.
Well, not only did the Atlanta fans respond, Boston fans
right.
responded,
Hey,
and
we
were
don't need
like, "Dude, you need to hush because did you see their defense last
Yeah,
week? Did
yeah.
you see what they did to
We don't
Aaron
need no
Rodgers?
problems right now,
so
bro.
you should really be quiet." And then the other thing about it was so funny when Aaron Rodgers last week he opened his mouth and was talking about our noise was fake. He didn't know if it was natural or not. We blew his ears out on Sunday.
But-
They had to use timeouts, the whole 9 yards, because you don't know what you're waking up as far as the fans are concerned.
But again, at the same time, the beauty of competition and competitiveness.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, just go do what you're supposed to. See, I don't have to tell you I'm better than you.
True.
I'm just
Right.
gonna show you I'm
Right.
better than you. And then
Right.
at the end of the day, see, now we ain't talked about it. We ain't went back and forth. So now I don't have to eat my words.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, I know I'm better than you.
Yep.
I ain't gonna say nothing about it. After I drill you, I'm
Right.
still gonna be listen.
And Mike, I can't say what
That's
you just
it.
said. You just sent on air, so don't just can't put that out there. This is a family show, Mike. So I just think I'm excited. I have my daughters told me our kids weren't born the last time
Right.
to the Super Bowl,
Right.
So they are feeling like, oh my God, Dad, I didn't think I ever see this.
Except for my black butterfly son. You on there eating, little black butterfly. I gave him the blues when I got home Sunday.
Oh Lord,
But the great Mason Hurd senior used to always say, when you win, say nothing.
yeah.
When you lose, say less. Well, it's like it's no need to go back and forth with people. This guy, he got all the interviews. His Twitter probably went
Right,
up.
right.
All that. So you fed into it. Just
Right.
ignore it. It's gonna be more stories like that. So you're gonna respond to every story.
Right, because your boy Bill Belichick said, "Oh, they won. I had no idea. You big fat liar."
These are the
like a
stories
rug.
that they're going to tell.
Lie
Bill
like
was
a
like this
rug.
when he,
You
what's
lie
so
like a rug.
Those are alternative facts.
Yeah, yeah, exactly what it was for him.
You know what? That's right there. That's wow. Alternative facts.
Yeah.
That's what that was, Shaughnessy. That was an alternative fact that you just put out there. But like I say, man, enjoyed Atlanta. We about to get crazy. I tell you, I was in the airport and everybody walking by pointing at each other with this smile like, but in 98, we felt like we were just good to get there.
Which is, and
It was
even the team talked like that.
Yeah,
They were like,
it was-
we were just so happy just to be
Yeah,
there.
it was like we were
I mean,
there.
because who knew the dude was gonna miss that kick? That was just, like, wait a minute, what?
He had missed a kick all with Gary Anderson's. I was like, man,
all year long.
he missed
So,
it. But I feel differently. We're gonna talk way more about it. Erica got all your notes.
oh man, they all here and here. I'm just, I'm
I watched the
full of
game
it.
again last night.
Oh, dude, I watched it.
Oh wow.
And I taped the broadcast because I wanted to hear, even during between stuff, what these guys were saying, and they were in shock too.
I don't think Troy was ready for all that.
Yeah,
He was
they were. Him and Joe were like basically about to cry up in there.
Again, you have to win the respect.
Yeah.
They got to. When we come back, man, time to change the game a little bit. Stay with us.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies.
I kind of love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special. Sit down and savor. Marie Callender's. It's time to savor.
Great leaders aren't born. They're made, and not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
This is Amar Batman Carroll. You listen to The Crush, the only sports radio show that they're going to keep it real in the A on Sensation Station Network.
We're going to the Crush interview. Brought to you by Orsi Software.
I got all pulled off.
Providing full life cycle support for developing, testing, and I thought it was Wednesday. Delivering market-driven products. Orsi's motto is, customer engages one of us, they engages all of us. Go to Orsi.com for more information. Maceo, please introduce.
Yeah, man.
2017.
Yeah, man, coming to the microphone, man. This young lady here, man. There's a mover and shaker with these youngins out here in the world, man. She got a program, you see it on a shirt, Game Changers 180, man. She is making a difference in our community, and we got to know people like this, man. She's our fam.
For some reason, she wanted us to speak. I don't know why, but...
Hey, man, I went in there and ripped it up. Brandy forward to the microphone. Yeah, you know, man. You know, yeah, man. You know, I came in. I was, you know what I'm saying? I should have
overdressed.
I should have wore a jogging suit.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, but I was clean. I killed enough.
Yeah, you did.
I killed.
Yeah, you did.
I killed.
You board education clean up.
Yeah, bro. Woo, boy. Listen, like, boy, you dress like that, boy. Sometimes
I had no clue.
I knew it.
I was like, where the jogging clothes at?
Yeah, man.
I gotta see if I won.
Oh my God.
She pulled out the tickets, but you know you trying to get it.
I was like, why are these lottery tickets in here? Oh yeah, I need to see if I want to go to the Super Bowl. Sorry about that, Brandy.
Hey, so Brandy, it's something that you've been doing since 2011, but I would like for you to explain to people again. What is Game Changers and what are you doing for the community?
Well, Game Changers 180, we positively impact the lives of pro, college, high school athletes through faith, encouragement, and support. So each division has its own set of things that we do. And our high school program, oh God, I love it so much. Our high school program, we've been at Stone Mountain High School for 2.5 years, and we do a 12-month program over there. But we also have NCAA readiness, college prep, all that good stuff like that. We have family programs, all that great stuff. And for our pros, we do all kinds of family counseling, individual counseling. We do devotion and prayer with them. I work with Pro Football Wives. I'm their chaplain. And we also, do kind of like some devotion videos that we post out every week as well.
That's so awesome.
So, yeah.
I remember you first sent us the first quotes you sent out back in 2011 to these players, man. And it seems to be still sticking. But what you about to say, Mason? Sorry to interrupt that, bro.
Just talking about like the program she does at Stone Mountain High School, and a lot of the kids need a lot of the guidance that you were providing, the words of encouragement that they don't get at home.
Right.
Just talk about how that came to be and how you figured I need to implement this in the school.
Oh, sure. Never forget this experience. I hadn't been to a high school football game in a very long time, and I decided to go out to home mountain game. And there was a kid who got ejected and was like running crazy. He was just like fired up, angry, like fists, like trying to fight the coaches, all this kind of stuff. And I just ran out on the field like I worked at a school or something. And I was just introducing myself, telling him what I did, and just let me talk to the young man. And I ended up having the opportunity to talk to the young man, and he calmed all the way down. After I spoke with him and, he got himself under control, I went back to the staff, and I was like, hey, I have this program. Can we bring something to Stone Mountain? And they were like, what are you trying to do? So about a week later, I wrote a full proposal with a group of friends of mine, and we submitted it, and they were like, when can you start? And that's how we got to Stone Mountain. But when I got to Stone Mountain, I didn't realize the amount of issues that the student body, the coaching staff was dealing with. And I absolutely had a ball. The group that came in with me, we just, whatever they needed. And we had kids who were homeless. We had kids who had no clothing. We had kids who hadn't eaten in days. We had kids who had no health insurance. We had kids who were failing. We had kids who had no idea what to do outside of athletics or wanted to play football but didn't want to go to college, which I didn't understand how that was going to work. We had kids who were drug dealers. We had kids, it was just so many types of kids. We had kids who were being abused. We had kids who were being sexually abused. It was so many different things. And then we had parents that just threw their hands up and like, I don't know what to do. So, great, awesome team. We went in and gave them everything we had. We gave them love. We gave them Jesus. We gave them discipline. We gave them care. We gave them concern. We gave them hugs. We gave them everything that we could pour out to them. I brought in all of my friends from NFL, from WNBA, NBA, college coaches. I brought in everybody that I thought could be an impact on these kids' lives, and it literally impacted these kids' lives.
What were some of the biggest resistance that you received, though?
We didn't have any resistance from the kids at all, but we did have some resistance from like coaching staff, really trying to figure out like, how are you really doing this? Because we can't get them to participate in classroom, but we see that they participate in this. The first time we came to the school to actually have the program, we had over 100 students, and they were sitting in the hallway, could not fit in the room that we were in.
Wow.
And they couldn't understand on a Sunday night why so many students were there, and then how we have parent participation, and no parents would show up to PTA meetings. And it had nothing to do with us. It was just what we were providing to them. It was just all the love and everything that we were pouring out, and they received it with open arms.
Wow. And I think what's crazy, because when I did come to speak, and the looks on the parents' faces, because it's almost like this information they should know, but they don't know.
Correct.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, I think that one of the biggest enjoyments, one of the programs we do is the college experience, where we bring in former college athletes, and they talk about their personal college experience, because everybody's college experience is different.
Right.
Very different.
Very different. And we brought in every sport, from cheerleading to track to basketball to football to tennis to you name it, and people represented so many different sports. And not only did they talk about just recruiting and, all these different pieces to the puzzle, but they talked about their personal injuries, how they came back from those, to talk about classroom grades, to get in degrees, what they did after they couldn't play anymore. And the students' faces were like, whoa. And then parents are like, wait, we didn't have this information. We didn't know about this, and we didn't know that you have to go through these, channels, and we didn't know these are the people we're supposed to talk to, and we didn't know these are some of the experiences. And so it brought a awakening to a lot of the students and parents, and even the coaches, because they were like, oh yeah, we didn't tell them about that part. So, sometimes we take things for granted because we assume that people should already know, or, well, they already know that piece. So, but it's a lot of information people just, they don't know.
Right.
Don't know at all. Like, for real, for real.
Real quick before we go to break, was it they don't know or they didn't want to know? Which one you thought it was most of them?
Well, it just depends.
Both.
Some people don't want to know, and then some people do want to know.
I always thought about that. I mean, when we did have the chance, the kids, I didn't know what to expect. I know Maceo had told me, but they were sitting there with pen and paper like, let's go. we ready. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
I work
hello.
with some very intelligent students who a lot of times people just like push to the side and be like, yeah, whatever, and keep moving. But yeah, they're hungry.
Well,
They're hungry.
when we come back, we're going to still hang with our girl, Brandy. And Erica's getting ready. She's going to set up. Maceo might leave at 9:05. We'll see.
Boy.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is Judge Hatchett, and you're listening to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
As we have our halftime shows, being very entertained right now by the left side of the room.
Wow.
Makes it. They got to see the screen. Yeah. Just check everything out.
She get her Petey Pablo on it.
Oh, wow.
That's what it look like.
Spin it like a helicopter.
My arm should be tired.
We should. It really should.
But I had a flag sign up too. Make his ears bleed.
Hey, we still with our fam, Brandy for the Game Changers 180.
Yay.
We were talking about what has been some of the biggest thrills of doing this for you.
Oh, everything is a thrill for me. People don't understand how much, number one, I love young people, and number two, how much I love athletics, because it's been my entire life. But just seeing the growth in the students. Like I was talking about during the break, I had a student who had C's and D's and just made straight A's. I had a kid who I personally adopted who went through a very difficult struggle in football and just committed to a university this Saturday.
You can say the school.
Clark, Atlanta.
That's right. Yeah.
So I was in tears.
CC Pie. Keep going.
I was in tears at the fact, because people don't understand the struggle. I had a kid who was homeless and his mom was sleeping in a car who just committed to a school. So people don't understand. I had a kid who lost everything in a fire, who had no clothes, no anything. And because of the group of friends and the group of people that work with Game Changers 180, we were able to clothe.
Oh, that was the kid you was asking?
Yeah, so it's not just me. It's so many people that it takes to do this. Shout out to my family. My parents are like the greatest in the world. Michael and Barbara Ford, I don't know what I would do without you. My sister, Crystal and Michael.
I'm telling everybody I know.
Boo to Crystal, boo to Crystal.
Crystal, you heard that?
Yeah, she heard it.
Everybody that may say nobody want none of Mr. Ford problems.
No, you don't want no problems.
No, nobody want problem with Mr. Ford. But that Crystal.
Yeah. Crystal, yeah, she. But to have my family move from Florida to come because of the vision and because they wanted to support so much. It's the greatest honor. But I don't care what school I get to go to. Every opportunity. Friday, I will be at Loving Good Middle School, 256 7 to 8th graders, and I'm just excited. Like, I know those kids. Like, I know my Stone Mountain High School kids. It doesn't matter what school I get invited to, where I go. It's always the same. Wow. And I'm grateful. Yeah. One thing I learned in life is when you're giving a lot, you got to give, man.
No doubt.
Because I had awesome people to pour into me. So I would choke myself to death if I didn't pour out. You can only be so full.
Right.
You got to empty out sometime.
Right.
So if you don't empty out, you're just going to be strangling yourself to death. So, and that's how I was brought up. That's how I was raised. That's how I've always worked. Giving is you just give. Right. You give. To whom much is given, much is also required. Yeah. So you can't be asking God, you want to change the world, you want to be a game changer, you want to do all these things, but you're not willing to serve.
Right.
It's all about service.
Right.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Amen.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, that's why I feel so much pressure every day. But yeah,
Jesus.
So like I was saying, yes, hey. So we get to him.
Jesus.
I'm practicing.
It ain't a crown. It's that rock on your shoulder.
Wow. We gonna fight. I'm gonna separate y'all about it. Yeah, no doubt. Again, like when we were there,
yes,
I can just remember like the look in the kids' eyes, and you're just telling them about the different experiences that they're going to go through. And I think a lot of times they don't understand. We've lived it.
Correct.
Like, you gonna make that mistake. I can tell you why you made the mistake, how you can correct the mistake, or if you don't correct the mistake, how your path is going to go. And the more we talk to those kids, it seems like the more they get it. So is that like one of the main reasons you feel like you have to, like you were saying, just keep pouring into these?
You have to, and everybody's experience is different. That's why it takes so many people. That's one thing I loved about the team that works with Game Changers. It's because everybody's story is different. So when we broke the students down and everybody grabbed a group of kids, they got to experience something from someone they never heard from before. They got to experience somebody to like kind of mentor them through situations that they were facing at the time, and it kind of like, whoa, from a different perspective. Everything is about a different perspective. Or you might look at somebody and don't think they've ever been through anything, but when you hear their story, you be like, oh wow, I really can relate to them, or they can relate to me. Because a lot of times what I've learned is students don't feel like people relate to them. Because you haven't experienced what I've experienced. You haven't gone through. But when I open my mouth and you begin to share the things you've gone through. So a lot of people don't like to share their hidden dark secrets or the things that they experienced that were most painful. But not me. I'm an open book. I give the kids everything that's real, everything that's happened in my life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and in between, because I don't want them to go down the same road sometimes. Everybody's going to live their life. They're going to make their decisions. But hindsight is 20/20. Yes. If I can help you not do some of the things that I did, then your life will be a little bit better off.
So what's the biggest lesson you've learned through this process?
Biggest lesson I've learned, patience.
Right.
Because not everybody's going to get it all at the same time. I might have 5 kids who jump on board and be like, you know what, Miss Brandy, I got it. I'm going to do it. And I might have 2 or 3 stragglers. It might take them a year and a half. But what I've learned is, and God is so awesome, is that one plants, one waters, and God gets the increase. So if I planted a seed, it might not take root 20 years from now.
Let me tweet that right quick.
20 years from now, that seed just then grew and sprouted, and you be like, but you be pushing, like, because you want them to get it, because you don't want them to fall down just in a hole somewhere. But that's the main thing I've learned through this entire process, especially working with not just working with young people, my NFL players. Because I used to cry, I used to be like so mad, like, you wasting my time. Like, I'm up at 1 o'clock in the morning because you got problems, but you don't want to listen. But I learned like those seeds that were planted are now like taking root, and then they will grow. So you have to give people their space and their time.
Right. And sometimes people, just like you said, they just don't get it initially.
It's
and
okay.
Sometimes it's something just clicks and says, you know. Like I said, I think that's good, Lord. Like you were saying, just say, look, this is what you got to do to be successful. You got to do this for you.
Correct.
You know, so nobody can tell you.
We come back. You ain't been in this yet, but you about to be in the hot seat when we come back. So stay with us, Sister Crush.
Okay.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Hey, Teddy, why is investing important?
Most people have goals that they're trying to reach in life that has something to do with growing their assets. That's a problem that we have in our community because we don't take enough risk to actually grow our assets to meet our expectations.
So how does Parish Capital help me?
I see myself as a world-class investor. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I'm here to bring a transparent, low-fee strategy so people understand what they're getting into when they invest. $1 today is not worth the same as $1 tomorrow. You can go to my website at parishcapital.com or call us at 800-618-1940.
Invest your money.
Ignore the noise, stay focused, and prosperity be unto you.
Hey y'all, what's up? This is your girl Erica hanging out with Maceo and Glaze on the Crush Sensation Station Network. We're talking about that NFL on Tuesdays. That's right. Go Falcons.
Time for the Hot Seat Hotline.
4, 3, 2, 1. We get into this hot seat where we throw some questions at you, Brandy, and you're going to rapid fire.
Nothing.
Maceo, start it off for us, man. Favorite sport moment?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. I have no idea.
You don't have a favorite sport moment?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay. Well, keep
I
going,
don't. I'm sorry.
Greatest fear?
Not reaching destiny.
Watching Dak Prescott play for the Cowboys.
Woo-hoo! Hell State,
baby! I knew I'd get an outside of that one.
Hey, that's blood, sweat, and tears. That's when oh, God.
No doubt.
Oh,
Believe
Jesus.
it. Believe it.
That's a trainer alumni.
How are you doing physically?
You know what? I had to sit down. Today, I'm feeling good. Yesterday, I was in a lot of pain.
Wow.
5 months later, this shoulder is still, after separation and dislocation, it still wants to do what it wants to do. But you know what? I think another couple months and we'll be good. Thank God for my past history in sports medicine because I treat it every single night after I get off work. So.
And it's funny you say that. How important is rest?
You know, rest is important. I had to learn the hard way. 17 years straight of doing this, and I had not taken a break. I've never even been on vacation before.
Wow.
And I still work a day job.
Wow.
So not being on vacation 17 years straight, it was time. It was time.
I'm on vacation now.
For all the biblical people out there, you have to take a break. Even Jesus rested. You have to. You have to. So I'm learning now. It's hard. That's the hardest thing for me. It's hard. I must admit.
Since you go to football so much, if you had a position that you would have played in football.
Running back.
Wow. Not wide receiver, makes sense?
No.
Brandy not a diva. She don't come off as a diva.
I'm a grinder.
Yeah, right. Yeah. See, she'll probably block.
Yeah.
And all the other guys, she'll do that stuff, you know.
Partial fullback.
I don't want to be a safety.
Oh, you would?
Cause you like to hit
Man, like some food.
Maybe to shoot Erica out the game.
Erica get 15.
Yeah. Wow.
Shit.
Between the hit and the trash talk, you know what?
Every time you look at her, be like, ejection.
25. That's not my age, man. Add a whole lot to that.
Somebody
I just look like a baby. That's good though. At least I'm up to 25.
Hey, no doubt. Cause I tried that. We had to call her. She came to the event. I was like, hey man, call her right there, man. Please call her.
I got years. I promise.
I'm like, look, she ain't doing no drinking Sprite, but call her.
You know what? You trying to? It's a family show. Anyway, man. Last question. I said your biggest fear, biggest motivation.
God Himself.
Amen.
I got promises on my life.
It's the God in me.
That's the motivation right there.
Amen.
Every day.
So
I'm just trying to reach it.
Thank you so clean. It's the God in me.
I can't.
Listen, man, I do more than rap, man.
Hey, we need volunteers this year. Y'all coming back?
Yeah, we'll be back.
We're going to do some NCAA.
When we finish up, man, I want you to tell everybody what's going on and finish up with this game changer so everybody can figure it out. So stay with us. It's The Crush.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is Tracy Hutchins with CBS 46 News. You're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
And we're back. So, Brandy, tell people where they can find out more about Game Changers 180.
Well, you can find more about Game Changers 180 at www.gamechangers180.com. Please follow us on social media, all social media sites at Game Changers 180. We definitely want your support. We want your help. We want volunteers. We want people that can speak. And we're looking for a new home to bring our program as well. So please reach out to us.
It's going to be easy. Now, talk about your other program that you do with the NFL Wives.
Yes, Pro Football Wives. I absolutely love them. LaShonda Martin, you are the bomb. But Pro Football Wives, I'm the chaplain for Pro Football Wives, and I do every other Tuesday I do Bible study with them, and every other Tuesday I do prayer with them. And we also do a lot of counsel and encouragement. A lot of people don't understand that NFL wives endure a lot.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine.
People get to see the outside where their babies are all pretty and they wear hair and makeup and they have all these high heel shoes on and cute dresses. But there are a lot of things that happen in the households. And these women, they want support just like everybody else. And so many people that pull from them and want things from them or try to get to their husbands or their family members or whoever it is. But, you know, these women are human.
And they can never take a day off. If they
Never.
ever walk out the house not
Never.
right and the camera hit them,
Never.
man, you see what you call a wife up the street. She ain't all right.
Yeah.
She shooting bad. They must not spend all the money.
It's a lot of that. And then you also have to understand, these women have to encourage their husbands day in, day out. They have to listen to the hurts, the pains, the frustrations, you know, everything that their husbands are enduring. And a lot of times people forget that they have to forget about themselves in order that their families are taken care of, their husbands are taken care of, and things operate correctly for the houses to be maintained.
Yeah, especially like these Super Bowl wives, they telling family no, no, we ain't got no ticket for you.
No ticket, sorry, we're not paying for it.
No, you got to find your own way.
Yep.
Could you imagine, man? You mean, once you make it, everybody gonna try to come in the house. Mama, uncle, cousin.
Everybody got a business plan.
Everybody got plans.
Well, it's always a lot of fights. Because everybody's entitled, you know. Everybody thinks they're entitled, and then you gotta think about how many women they have to deal with on a daily basis.
Hey, bruh. Yeah, man, that's tough.
Every single day of
I
their
was
life.
thinking about the story about Tyron Jones, what he had to go through with his family.
Tyron Smith.
Tyron Smith, I'm sorry.
Yes, get it right. Dallas Cowboys. Get it right.
But he had to go with some things. I'm trying to give you a little credit because y'all ain't doing nothing.
Nah, you said his name wrong. Let's keep going.
Trying to give Cowboys a little bit.
Nah, you said his name wrong. Let's go.
But he was going through the problem with his family, and they were trying to go through. And he was married, man. He was like, look, man, my wife here, man. Y'all calm the heck down.
Right.
I can just imagine some of the stuff because mama gonna think she entitled.
Well,
Mamas believe they rule, to be honest with you. Mamas believe they come before wives.
Yes. Go read Philip Buchanan book. Philip Buchanan said he got to send his mama a bill.
Oh, wow.
Cause his mama like, no, I want that house. He like, look, mama, my career almost over. You know we're not gonna be able to maintain that house. Why don't you downgrade?
Yeah.
I'm downgrading. Why don't you downgrade?
I had a player that moved his mother 3 times because the first house she wanted to be next to her friends. Okay, mom. The second time, well, that house too big. I want a smaller house. Okay, mom. Oh, but I want to move over here now because I need to be closer to X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
He said, Mama, your contract just got renegotiated, so that means I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So they was like, hey, can y'all call and just kind of it's like that.
Oh, it's
man.
real in the field.
It's real.
It's real.
But I really have a heart and passion for athletes' wives in general, coaches' wives. I have friends who are coaches' wives, and that rigmarole. You know, NFL life is NFL life. Sometimes you have a long stay, and sometimes your stay is short, and you're moving.
Right.
Coaches' wives, y'all know how college coaching goes.
And it's 17 hours a day.
Right.
Travel.
Right.
Yeah.
And 1 year you could be coaching for 5 years, and then the next year they be like, oh,
They
we
find the
train.
whole
Yeah, we find the whole
staff.
staff. So
Y'all out of here.
I get to hear from like all sides, and being someone who's worked in football, forever, and the back end, and having I understand.
Wow.
I see the tears. I see players want to commit suicide and be like, I'm done. I don't want to do this no more.
Wow.
So there's serious issues that go along with athletics, not just the rah here we are,
Right.
but there are serious people issues that people, the players don't always want to address.
Always look at the players that you think you're there 2 or 3 years and then it's over and you're still only 25, 26 years old.
What do you do for the rest of your life?
And you got to figure out your life.
Yeah,
now.
right. Like the young man who just had to retire
Yeah.
because degenerative disease that he
Correct.
can't, get one hit and it can kill him.
And just
I sat down with a prominent player here in Atlanta before he retired, and he sat down and he just bawled. He said, because he didn't know what to do. He had money in the bank. He was good to go. But what am I supposed to do? I've been doing this since I was 3.
Right.
Yeah.
What do I do now? I just go play golf. I don't know what this looks like. I got to wake up to my wife and not go to the facility and be gone all day and come home, and I got kids. And what does that look like for me?
Right.
Like bawled, cried.
Well, we're glad you're doing what you're doing.
I love it. And shouts out to the whole entire Game Changers 180 crew because it's so many people. It's just not me. I mean, it's a whole crew. Thank you, LFE Apparel, for always getting us straight with our Game Changer clothes. And my parents, like I said, my family, oh my God, my family, what would I do without you? Mr. Wright, we could not have done what we did at Stone Mountain High School without you. So thank you so very much, sir.
Thank
And
you.
thank you guys for participating, coming out, pouring into the kids, man. Showing them, teaching them past football, radio, announcement, multimedia.
I was clean, but I was killing them.
Oh my gosh.
Ain't
And
nobody
then it
kidding.
reverts back. to
Jesus.
ACL.
Thank you, Brandy. We'll be right back.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org. Green light. Hey girl. School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ball in street? Girl in street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies.
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This is Akeem Dent, linebacker of the Houston Texans. You are listening to The Crush on the Sensation Station Network.
We're going to the Crush right now, brought to you by Parish Capital. In Parish Capital, we can help you achieve your financial goals by providing high-quality advisory services and making smart investment decisions. Go to Parish Capital, that's P-A-R-R-I-S-H, capitalwithana.com for more information. Maceo, you want to start it off, bro?
Hey, man, your boy Greg Popovich, man, he already throwing his early shots, getting everybody ready for the Western Conference playoffs when it comes down to it. He says watching the Golden State Warriors is very beautiful. He said they're beautiful to watch. He's being funny, of course, everybody.
The Popovich
he's not with the jump shots. He's not with, all the perimeter play. So he's kind of setting them up right now. But he's going to bang them inside with Gasol and Aldridge when the playoffs come.
Good luck with that.
And big hands.
Kawhi with them cornrows looking like old dog.
That's okay. Kawhi missed a shot against the Hawks. He should have won that game. Appreciate you, Kawhi.
Oh, Kawhi. Oh, Kawhi. Hey, we talked about a little bit in our break, but Big Ben he needs attention. He wants a hug.
That's all he wants.
He wants a hug. Ben say he doesn't know if he's coming back next year. He says,
thank
it's
God.
up in the air.
He's just playing.
I'm tired. I'm 35. I'm getting beat up, man.
He can't go to the club no more, so he might as well play football.
Get in shape, Ben.
And he tired of Antonio taking video during halftime.
Right.
And during the game. So y'all have been doing that. Ben, we talking about he's the only person I know wear boot vest because
Antonio disappeared though. He didn't show up at the Pro Bowl yet.
Yeah, Antonio.
Yeah, he ain't coming.
He got cussed out.
Yeah, he ain't coming.
The big man. We'll see what you're doing, bro. We'll see. We'll see you back there next year.
Yeah, he not coming.
Right back there.
Yep.
What you got, Mace?
Hey man, John Gruden says. John Gruden. It's John Gruden. Jay Gruden.
Yeah.
Jay Gruden said they anticipate Kirk Cousins coming back, man. Probably gonna franchise him. I can't see them giving this guy a long-term deal the way he played. But we'll see.
It should be interesting.
We shall see.
That's
I mean, he's gonna make a killing, but
Yeah.
But everybody like that at least 3-year contract. He ain't gonna get that. After last year's performances, man, he ain't gonna get that.
But was it on him though?
He sold the Wolf tickets.
Yeah.
If you're gonna sell them, you better be sure you're gonna give him a show.
Yeah, but all that wasn't on him now. All that wasn't on him.
You like that? All that stuff?
Yeah.
You put the Wolf tickets. You told him last year that he gonna earn his money, and the stats were normal. They were borderline stats.
Listen, let me continue to sign consecutive 1 year, $20 million
me too.
deals. I'll be straight.
I'll be that.
Yeah. I'll be all right with that.
I'll be that.
Yeah, do that to me. I'll be good.
Appreciate you.
Philip Rivers will finish his San Diego career in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
He'll be going to the Pro Bowl this year, taking over for Tommy. Phil, you're going to move to L.A. with your 8 kids. You might lose, your money might be a little cheaper now. Your house might be a little cheaper.
It would because
San Diego is expensive.
Yeah, San Diego County is one of the most expensive counties in the state. I mean, in the country. But listen, leaving San Diego and going to L.A. will be just like not cool.
No, it's a difference. The difference
San
in
Diego
lifestyle.
is gorgeous.
But,
It's just
when you
beautiful,
taking all the-
laid back, and everybody nice. And
75
Is
every
it 2
day.
years?
What's that?
2 hours away from each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right up the coast,
I
baby.
leave down there. Y'all stay down there.
Yeah, I would
Go
too.
to
I would too.
Stay y'all down there. I'll be back.
Maybe he'll play better.
He'd be like he on the road every week.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm out. I'm going home.
I'll be home Tuesday.
I'll see y'all on Tuesday.
Right.
What you got, Mace?
Hey, man, your boy Dabo Swinney, he has a message for the Cleveland Browns. He says, if you pass on Deshaun Watson, you will be passing on Michael Jordan.
Boy, stop.
Well, he big time with that one.
Boy, stop.
Listen.
He went big time with that one.
Listen.
Boy, stop.
Dabo has done so much. Deshaun has done so much for the Swinney household. He's an economic stimulus package in the Swinney household.
Yeah,
Listen,
I get that.
I would say the same thing too about
I get
Deshaun
that,
because
yeah.
he gonna cry in the car.
Yeah.
When he go to spring practice and he don't see
Yeah,
4 out
yeah,
there,
right.
He gonna run out there and be like, oh.
man, like, wow, okay, we gotta work a little bit now.
Why you wearing number 4? Take that
Oh
number
no,
4 off.
listen, nobody else gonna work for it. Listen, they had to take 4 out of retirement for Deshaun to wear.
They sure did.
Yeah, they
4 was
sure
retired.
Did. They
yeah.
sure did. They
So
sure did.
that's the impact that he had in Anderson, South Carolina.
Appreciate you, Mike Bobo.
That's when you're a bad boy right there.
In the famous words, Mike Bo, you can't play at Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, you can't play at Georgia.
Appreciate you,
dog.
Mike
No,
Bobo.
you can't play at Georgia.
You
No.
just-
All right, guys, it's time to put y'all to a little test. I'm going to see if you can give me 2 of them out of this. Hall of Fame list finalists. Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, Terrell Davis, LaDainian Thompson, Morton Anderson, Don Coryell, Tony Baselli, Ty Law, Terrell Owens, Terrell Owens, Jason Taylor, Brian Dawkins, John Lynch, Alan Faneca, Joe Jacoby, and his last name I can't even write. And then, anyway, give me two no-brainers. Who gets in?
Terrell Owens should have been first ballot.
Yep.
I don't know what they're thinking. Him, LaDainian Thompson. LT will definitely get in first ballot. He'll bump T.O. I mean, he'll bump Terrell Davis. Gonna have to wait again.
Yeah, he gonna have to wait again.
Yeah.
I agree with LT and T.O.
I like those. If I had to put one, just because he's everybody's favorite, Kurt Warner.
Nah.
I just
I'm telling you, they love him. He's a guy.
I love him and I love him too. I wish.
I didn't think his number would be there,
Yeah.
but I keep hearing more and more about him, and they
Maybe.
love him to death. Man.
Maybe.
He won't get in this round. He's gonna get in.
You know how the writers. You know how these writers are.
That's true.
They love their guy. They love their people, man.
It's such a log jam right now.
Cause I was looking at the one. I know T.O. and LT in. That's they
Right.
in. But I was trying to look at the other ones. I would love to see Morton get in because of what he did.
Of course.
You know,
Morton to get in.
But yeah, but I would love to see him because he kicked for 1,800 years.
Yeah.
1,800 years. It was fantastic.
You know why they're gonna hold up on Kurt Warner because they're gonna look at those injuries. and he's kind of hopped around. And they're gonna discredit that Ram team a little bit.
Only reason I think he may because of what he did in Arizona. He took them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he ain't win it.
He took him. Nobody thought that team was going.
Now that team was good. That team was good.
The defense was good.
That team was good.
I wouldn't be surprised. When we come back, man, we're going to finish up the round table. Me and him. Right now. Stay with us.
A dream of the future brought to reality by
Sensation Station Network.
This is Bobby Yalla.
This is Judge Hatchett.
Lamar Batman Curry.
Yo, this is Teddy Parrish. This is Keon Carpenter, former Atlanta Falcon. You are tuned in to The Crush on
Sensation Station Network.
And we're back. Hey, man, we still in our Crush Rundown brought to you by Parish Capital. Mason, what else you got for us?
Hey, man, Jonathan Manziel says it's time for him to stop talking and get back to work.
After he deleted his Twitter account.
After he deleted his Twitter account,
because he decided to give what's his face some advice.
Stop
tweeting so much.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
You giving him advice? I mean, anyway.
Yeah, he's saying that he really missed the game, and I don't think it's that he missed the game. I think he missed what comes with the game, and nobody's gonna get this guy shot. If I'm Jonathan, I go to Canada.
I had to rebuild myself somewhere else.
I go to Canada.
Right.
That might be the best thing for him, man. Just go up there, play, and just rebuild yourself, man. Just stay out of America for a little while.
Go up to Canada.
Because
become the next Doug Flutie.
Truth be told, if I go to Canada right now, I'm just kidding.
I've been doing some properties up there, and I don't think my check is big enough right now, but we're looking at some properties. Michigan, I just saw this story, Mace, will be the first college team to play 3 assistants $1 million apiece.
Hey, man, they got it, dog. They got it.
They got money.
They got money to blow, man.
They got money up there.
You talk about somebody who want to work there and stay there and be there. And,
I love Michigan right now.
But, hey, you think about the other places you could be.
But their defensive coordinator, Don Brown, offensive coordinator, Tim Drevno, and passing coordinator. That's when you really make money. You're a passing coordinator. Listen. Pep Hamilton, $1 million a piece.
Khakis he make $9 million a year.
Good gracious.
How much is his? I talk about the clothing budget.
Yeah, he gets $4,000 a month to buy clothes.
A month to buy khakis that fit over your stomach?
Yeah. But the crazy thing is,
he be buying all kind of stuff.
But he was mostly Michigan stuff. I'm pretty sure, he probably here you go, baby.
And tucked in turtlenecks to come up.
Yeah. I don't even know what he wears. All this stuff is free. The pullover free.
All of it free. I did see him the other night. He was at a Michigan basketball game, and he had on a Jordan pullover.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did he have it tucked in?
Nah, yeah, it was kind of big. It was too big to tuck in. Yeah, it was a little too big this time to be tucked in.
Do you have to tuck everything in?
Yeah.
That's just funny. He tuck in his pullover.
Yeah.
Pullover tuck in.
Yeah.
And his pants be creased.
But shout out to his son who is killing Instagram.
Oh, is he?
Because what he does, so with Jordan, with them having the Jordan exclusive thing, his son, so they basically get every color Jordan in all Michigan colors. So he always put 2 or 3 on Twitter. He just make Twitter go crazy, make Instagram go crazy, man. Hey,
he just flossing.
Hey, man, yeah. Hey,
stop.
If you got it, you got it.
Okay, I don't get that, but okay.
Yeah, it's a sneakerhead thing. It's a sneakerhead thing.
Yeah, you ain't gotta be doing all that.
Yeah.
Get your $4,000 a month for nothing.
Right. No doubt.
Khakis, whatever. Okay.
Hey, man, but in the greatest All-Star snub of all time, Russell Westbrook didn't get voted to the All-Star team. That's crazy.
He's not on the team or a starter.
Well, he didn't get voted as a starter. He'll make the team. How Russ not a starter?
There's too many people there. It's just too many people in that position, and people don't like you when you walking off the floor. When you walking off the floor, telling your teammates not to talk to that other person. It's just petty. Stop being so petty, Russell, and play.
Listen,
you know they love Stephon.
Listen. No way in the bleep that Steph is a better player than Russ.
Okay, but did you just hear what I said?
Listen, they got to take the voting away. They got to take the voting away. See, this is why people don't like fans to vote. Right here.
They love Stephon.
Man, why?
That man got
Listen.
21 triple doubles. His team looked like a rec league team out there with him.
Man, Russ. Listen, they compared. Russ don't have nothing out there. Why Steph got an all-star team?
Yeah, he got a squad.
Man, sit down. That's why he give him that work every time he see him.
Hey, man,
he give him that work.
It didn't work the other day.
We got. That's what I'm talking about when I come back, because I got to give a special one to somebody in this city. So stay with us. It's The Crush.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's The Crush.
SSNATL.com.
Thank you, sir.
That's what I'm talking about, Mace. Is that what you talking about, Glaze?
That's what I'm talking about, Crush.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, Glaze.
Hey, we're going to That's What I'm Talking About, man. We're going to talk about those good stories out there, man, in that sports world that don't get the light that they need to. But we're going to put a little light on them. Make sure you want to start it off, sir.
Hey, man, the San Francisco 49ers, they are putting a freeze on season ticket prices for 2017 and 2018. The Niners, they have some of the most expensive tickets in the NFL. Because they changed the coaches again. Mm-hmm. So they feel like, you know what, man, we're not going to put our fans through that, man. So this year, next year, man, we're going to give y'all a break on y'all tickets, man. Right, that's what I'm talking about, San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, they said, ain't nobody going to come see this.
I have no choice.
You know, you try to bring in a new coach, and it's going to be a train wreck.
Hey, that's why I think Deshaun Watson going with number 2 pick.
Wow.
Maybe.
That's why I think he's going.
Well, I met this guy at Five Guys in Kennesaw, Georgia, and he was eating a hamburger with his son, and I was like a billionaire eating a burger. So I got a chance to see him, and he's done something that I really like. Again, off the blank, that's what I'm talking about. Taking all his employees to the Super Bowl. Sure. And that's what's, I just love to hear that, man. And I think we work for him somehow. Makes sense. Don't we got some deal or something?
Hey, man. Hey, keep going.
But that's what I'm talking about, man, because it is a whole thing. People don't understand all the stuff that go into doing this, man.
It's from the lady who answered the phone at Flower Branch.
That's what we were talking
to
about.
Buddy who shined the helmets.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday when we were going to the Hawks game. How fantastic that is.
Yeah.
You know, and how it just breeds more loyalty in the organization.
And that's what it's just funny. During the game, they kept showing the 3 guys.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your boy Dimitrov, and then you got
McKay,
and all that. I'm like, that's one loyal owner.
Because
they've been one of them heads over there.
I would have fired both of them fools a long time ago.
Ever since he came in, they've been trying to fire them too, but he's still up there in that booth with him, man. And
I swear.
But y'all do realize what this means.
What's that mean?
What?
Because he got to get his money back. So because they went to the Super Bowl, them first tickets to the new dome are going to be skyrocket.
No. We've already got him. We're good. Don't worry about that. We got him.
He gonna move money from Home Depot side.
Yeah.
Move some of that right there.
How much stock he still got at Home Depot?
And and the truth be told, the Super Bowl is so corporate I'm sure that he's already getting some of those Home Depot tickets.
Oh yeah.
To even allow those people to go.
I
So,
think about
yeah.
the Super Bowl. It's hard to get those tickets.
Because it's corporate. It's corporate.
man.
Like I said, I would love to go, but the nosebleed tickets start at $4,000.
Man, once upon a time, it was so easy to get Super Bowl tickets, man. I'll tell y'all all about that, man. I'll tell y'all about
coming
the
in your
good old
book.
days. It's in my book. Me and Stacey were talking about that. Man, let's keep going, man. Y'all gonna make me cry in here.
What you got, man?
Hey, man, the University of Michigan, they will spend 1 week in Rome for spring football practice. Mr. Kaki say this is an opportunity for his kids to bond, see the world, and what he wants to give these kids at the University of Michigan, he wants to give them worldly experiences that they would never ever get. Man,
That's awesome.
that's one heck of a trip.
That's awesome.
To practice spring football, you're gonna be gone from campus a whole week, and you're gonna be in Rome.
Right.
Come on,
That's awesome.
you gotta love that.
You're enlarged by exposure.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Shout out. Let me ask you, does our man Mr. Walt work for the Falcons?
Nah,
You don't?
but he affiliated.
He should go.
They're affiliated.
Who they taking?
They might reach out to Mr.
I hope
Banks.
Mr. Banks
They
gets to go,
should.
man.
They should.
He's all over his city.
Hey, Kevin. I'm going to go
That'd be
Yeah,
excellent.
let's
Steve.
find-
See if he gets a
Find
chance.
it out.
Kevin.
Find it out.
I'd love
Yeah.
to see him go. He went to Ireland this year, and he been
Yeah,
all
with
over.
Georgia Tech.
Jerry
yeah.
Stevens just made it. Hey, Jared, that is very true. You talking about a recruiting tool?
No, man.
You go into somebody's living room and be like, hey, now okay, so this year we're practicing wrong. Next year we going to Bucharest. We gonna be jamming in Bucharest. You gotta love it, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about to the city of Atlanta. We get crapped on a lot.
Yes, sir.
We get crapped on a lot. But from what I saw, I could just see in the eyes of a lot of you. Like I said, I was at the airport, man. I just had on a hat, Maceo.
Yeah.
Everybody walking by. Coming off the plane, smiles. I was
Yeah.
just like, I haven't seen this before. You go in the airport, I'm depressed because I'm like, man, just let's go. It's midnight.
Right.
It's midnight after a terrible storm, and just the city is on fire right now. So congratulations to everybody, man. That's what I'm talking about, to the city, to the Falcons, and I can't wait. I'm just going to celebrate this week, because next week I'm going to be like Erica, be game filming. I know what the Brady's doing. What are you doing this? We're going to save all our picks for next week. We just going to talk trash, because I want to do superlatives next week, too.
Right.
Yeah, we picking all that next week.
No doubt.
So let's no picks today. Just
Right.
enjoy this.
We're just going to enjoy it.
Let her enjoy this. Let her get on the mic and talk
and to
crazy.
what you were saying is so funny. All last week, even before the game, being in Southwest Atlanta, you see people, especially you see faces that you know all the time. So in the grocery store, instead of people nodding and saying hello, that's just me. I'm Southern like that. I say hello to everybody. Everybody's like, rise up. I'm like, rise up, because I got on my gear every day.
Yeah, what time did you get there Sunday?
9:30 in the morning. We got there by 9:30.
The weather was there, too, so y'all had to put up.
Well, you know what? Good Lord shined on us. Our whole tailgate was rain-free.
Wow.
It was rain-free.
Yeah, because about 3 o'clock it did start hitting.
Yeah, because we were snatching that sucker down about 2.
Yeah,
they
remember we was in the spot. It was like, man, it's pouring down. Make sure I can't do the dirty bird outside. I think, okay.
Oh, that's why you weren't outside. Because I was like, why is he not at the corner of Beecher Street and Cackay?
Right when we about to go out there, it poured down. I'm like,
And he did a
The gods be
2-second
the gods be
bird.
smiling on me. See what happened when you love the Lord, baby?
OMG.
I was like, everybody, it's pouring down.
Man.
It wasn't drizzling, it was coming down.
That is so sweet of you, because I would have been like, get out there.
Erica would have had an umbrella over her head.
I'm so glad you were wherever you were.
She'd had an umbrella over her head. Like, go
big
ahead,
old Falcon umbrella over you.
So glad you were where you were.
Dance, fool.
Got anything else, Mace?
Yeah, man. One of my favorite basketball players, man, Purdue power forward, Caleb Swanigan, man. He's battled through unstable household situations, man. He was homeless as a child. Then he battled childhood obesity. Yeah. At one point in his life, man, he was up to almost 40 to 50 pounds.
Gracious alive.
He was like
Man.
7 foot. He's
Yeah, he's 6'10".
6'10" kid.
Through hard work, man, the kid is averaging 18.5 points a game, 12-point rebounds. Man, he's an All-American prospect. He's probably going to be Big Ten Player of the Year. And he's made himself into an NBA lottery player, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the story, and I'm going to finish with that's what I'm talking about, Brandy, because stories like this and what she's doing with these kids.
Right.
And this kid who was homeless is now going to Clark Atlanta University. You just got to keep working with them, man. Don't give up on these
You
kids,
can't,
man.
you
You can't. You just got to keep working with
But
them,
when
man.
that clicks in them that, it is up to me.
Yeah.
I have to do this. It is up to me,
Yeah.
and nobody can stop me if I decide that I'm going to do this.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing, man. And
Beautiful
like, you see this kid, he going to go to the league.
You know what's so funny? I used to always just laugh, like, my dad was like always around.
Yeah.
And even like, I would drive, he would still be around. He'd be like, man, go on. I'd be like, man, here go my dad. Y'all go talk to my dad.
Yeah.
Man, leave me alone. But you just, you don't you finally you get it. You like, you know what? That's why you're the way you are, because you always had that support. So man, I mean, man, take care of somebody, man.
That's
No doubt.
right. That's it. That's right.
Take care of somebody.
We'll be right back.
What's up, sis?
Nothing. Just sitting here reading about HIV in Atlanta and its surrounding areas. Did you know we're number 8 in the nation?
I know.
You need to get tested.
Nah, I don't get down like that. I'm good.
But you are a ladies' man. You don't know who they're with when they're not with you.
If I need to get tested, so do you.
No, I don't. I'm married.
True, but you don't know who he's with when he's not with you.
Oh, you got jokes. He's not like that.
Fact is, no one really knows what their partner is doing or who their partner is with when they're away.
Well, I'll get tested if you get tested.
Cool. Where can we go?
This article I'm reading says the Lifeline Project of CSB does free HIV testing. Let's go there.
Lifeline Project, here we come.
The Lifeline Project is a SAMHSA grant. For more information on free testing, please call 770-499-2422 or visit us on the web at www.cobbcsb.com.
Hey, Teddy, why is investing important?
Most people have goals that they're trying to reach in life that has something to do with growing their assets. That's a problem that we have in our community because we don't take enough risk to actually grow our assets to meet our expectations.
So how does Parish Capital help me?
I see myself as a world-class investor. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I'm here to bring a transparent, low-fee strategy so people understand what they're getting into when they invest. $1 today is not worth the same as $1 tomorrow. You can go to my website at parishcapital.com or call us at 800-618-1940.
Invest your money.
Ignore the noise, stay focused, and prosperity be unto you.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is Bobby Yoller from the Ohio State. I'm kicking it with the Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hey man, it's that time, man. She been waiting for it for about, 48 hours. Woo! Make sure I've been dreading this for about 48 hours. But it's that time.
I'm surprised my voice is back.
I was hoping I was gonna get sick. I was like, man, Morgan, give me that cold. Give me that cold, Morgan. Morgan, give me that cold, Morgan. Glaze, I can't go. Glaze, I can't go.
Man, we would have come to your house and did a live remote.
That would have been a remote show.
It would have been a live
From
remote.
the herds. Question the NFL. Make sure. Hey, drink the cough syrup, man. Eric got something to say, man. Erica, let's get it started. Let's go.
Woo! Guess we're going to the Super Bowl. Guess we're going to the Super Bowl.
The New England Patriots.
Besides them, guess who else going to the Super Bowl? Well, please. Anyway, we'll go ahead and start in the AFC with that choker of a game. You know, it's so sad that it could have been a good game. So many passes dropped in this game. It was just like Pittsburgh was just not focused on what was going on. I mean, I wouldn't even say so much that they were outcoached. I won't say that they were outplayed. It's just like they weren't even there.
When I saw old boy walk off the field, I was like, this ain't good. When we see Le'Veon, because we kept saying, why D'Angelo Williams out there? Le'Veon must be taking a break.
I said, what is Le'Veon?
Every time we look at Le'Veon.
Right. And unbeknownst to us that he'd been dealing with that for a while. Didn't look like it was hurting him last week or, well, you know, and it was just the way that he got that contact this week that just really, put him out the game. But once again, D'Angelo Williams came in, he scored a touchdown or whatever. But you got these young cats that it was just too big for them, and they dropped the balls.
Even
so
the
much.
big mouth, he dropped some, and it was a game. I honestly, I had to look at the replay because I missed a lot of it on Sunday because it was kind of boring.
It was boring. It was boring. I had to do the same thing. I had to go back and look at it, and when I saw all the drops, I was like, wow.
Yeah. Jerry Stevens said they took a boat trip too.
Something. Wow.
You know what? I went back and watched the game. Never have I seen an NFL team blow so many coverages.
Yeah, man.
It's amazing how wide open they had receivers. I'm sitting there like, y'all playing a base cover 2. Like safety, hash out, hash numbers, both safeties, corner sitting flat. How is a guy running that wide open? I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, Chris Oakland was killed 180 for 9 catches. Come on, man.
Crazy.
It was once again, it was like they were not there. They did not want to be there. I mean, from the get-go, from the start of the game.
And it looked like that, and it looked like they were how you lethargic in this game. It's like you just walk out there and was like, and it looks like when old boy went out, the running deep, Le'Veon.
Mm-hmm.
Something went like, all right, and then me and Mason always talk about Big Ben love to throw anyway, so he probably
he
gone.
Yeah. He gone. It's not gonna be 1,000-yard rush in this game.
Nigga throw 80 times now.
Throw this rock.
When you can't sustain drives, and you keep giving the ball back to a guy like Brady, and you playing defense the way you playing defense, dude,
your offense got to do something.
Your offense got to do something.
And it was like Erica said, it was a lot of drops. It was like simple, not even hard. I mean,
not even hard.
Like then, bombs. It was just drops.
Then a tight end is not fighting to get to the end zone. You fight it when you down there. I just saw Devontae Freeman like I'm gonna put my hand down, and nothing else could go down. I'm getting in this end zone.
Yeah.
But this dude right here, he's just like, oh, whatever.
You felt bad for Tomlin because you know. All off season now. I watched some of his press conference today.
That question gonna come up all the time.
The question gonna always come up. They're gonna go back to saying that. So now Terry Bradshaw words kind of look like, you know what? Well, yeah, I told you. Yeah, he a Chili's. He in the locker room with all that rah. And when it's time to play, this is what they did. It on that stage.
Yeah, man.
You can't play like that on that stage.
That's why, as much as people won't say it, you have to keep that locker room tight.
You got to.
And when as soon as Antonio let that out, man, now, and I ain't worried about the fodder part, but for 3 days, what question was Thomas answering?
He had to keep answering that question.
And that's the stuff we keep talking about.
It wasn't just him had to keep dealing with that. The whole team had to keep dealing
Everybody
with
can answer that question because you trying to be funny and get on Facebook Live. Why you can't wait till after everybody's in their suits and everything's over?
Well, we find out he got a 6-figure deal.
That's what it was.
From Facebook. Facebook. What? Facebook.
About the money.
Make sure it was on Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook Live right now. Can we get
my money?
I mean, we are well represented right now.
I know. I need to go to the Super Bowl. Where's my money, Facebook Live? I'll hook you up.
You know, you never want to display the body language that Antonio Brown displayed over there on that bench.
Oh, man.
Especially when you're the reason. You became a distraction all week. You really became a distraction. And when you don't perform, and see, that's what everybody's going to look at. They're going to go back to like, well, you know what? You put that kind of pressure on yourself. I need you to have 10 catches, 200 yards. Yeah. Okay, Le'Veon out. You are a big play weapon now.
Yeah.
I need you to put this team on your back, fair or unfair. But when you bring that type of attention to yourself, man, you got to deal with it. And now he has to go into the entire offseason. That's what they're going to talk about. When they come back for OTAs, that's what they're going to talk about. Every time he got a phone in his hand, they're going to like, oh, you Facebook Live? You know, it becomes such a it to a point now. Tomlin, in so many words, said today, like, you know what? We really have to evaluate Antonio Brown.
Right.
And everybody think it's crazy, but if you think about it, who's in the Super Bowl? You got a team with 2 teams with not no drama guys on.
Right.
2 teams that don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You have a team with basically no receivers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They play receiver, but you know what I'm saying? No big name receiver. Then you have a guy who may be one of the best, if he not the best receiver, who is a anti-receiver.
He
Because
just sits on the sideline and
nothing flat. Now he can't dress. Now Lord have mercy, Quintorris can't dress.
That's okay. His name is Quintorris.
Quintorris.
Wow.
Every when you say it, I be like Quintorris. But and that's the thing. And I just think it's gonna be fun what they do in the offseason with Antonio. I mean, Antonio, he got to make a decision. Is he gonna be being already crying?
Oh, when he has his exit interview, the first thing they gonna say, "Hey, bro, you need to go with your flip phone." Hey, with your
But
next
do y'all think
tail.
if they would have suspended him, it would have made a difference?
They weren't gonna suspend him.
Oh, okay.
He their best, second best player. He their playmaker. They weren't gonna suspend him. Nah.
Don't they got a video policy now in the NFL? They just launched it this season.
No, he knew. He knew.
But they will next year though.
Yeah.
Believe that.
And he knew that you can't video an hour after the game is ended. And he broke that rule. He was fined for it. The team fined him, and the NFL said, "Well, since the team fined him, we won't fine him." On top of that,
Look at you with your pop life back there. Hey man, we come back. You know what game is coming up, man.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
with us, Sister
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special. Sit down and savor. Marie Callender's. It's time to savor.
I said, you the red man and method man at the Q. So, we're back. Erica.
yes, sir.
Let's get into it.
Let's talk about this. It's so funny. I mean, knowing how injured Green Bay was, I mean, this was a no-brainer for me, of course, as far as that is concerned. But, people all over the country, like, the media, every NFL Network, ESPN, especially dudes like Skip Bayless, who was sitting up there acting like Aaron Rodgers played offense, defense, special teams coach, drove the bus, passed out the water, everything, that he was all world. I'm like, okay, listen, have you guys not, and I understand, they didn't look at us. They didn't see us. They haven't seen that in the last 6 games, our defense has only given up an average of 19.3 points a game. So I don't care who you got on the other side. You got to come recognize the ATL, baby. Them dirty birds going to the Super Bowl. But I must tell you, that atmosphere at the Dome was just electric once again for 2 weeks in a row. We were so loud. We once again stood the whole entire game, whole section, whole bottom of it. JD them came in, rocked halftime. I mean, to have a 21-0 lead going into halftime, that Troy and Joe on Fox were speechless. I loved it.
First of all, I'm just going to say I'm proud of them. Y'all crowded it up early.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all slapped cheese heads off people.
Oh, yeah, slapping cheese. Did you see the video of the girl rock around slapping cheese head off people?
I didn't know what city I was in, man.
She was on that Patron.
She was lit. She was lit.
Yeah, no, they were trying to take.
And they thought it was your girl. They were like,
the Didi.
Yeah, they were like,
Didi.
Nah,
That is not me walking around slapping that cheese off that.
We got to get Didi in here.
Yeah.
Didi, the first thing I saw when I logged on to social media, she got a bandana on, singing "We Red." I was like, "What is wrong with this chick?"
That's my
the
girl.
first thing she was like, "Look, y'all, that wasn't me. Quit calling me."
Quit saying that was me because it wasn't me. But once again, I just love how true Atlanta fans, and I know a whole bunch of true Atlanta fans, who were just there. If not, if you even didn't make it there. I mean, it was so funny. Shanae was like, I'm going to this game. Candace was like, I'm going to this game. I don't know how I'm going to get there. Candace got in because they didn't scan both of the tickets her friend got. Said, girl, they didn't scan this other ticket. Come on, you get in. She got in the game. Then her friend was like, dude was out on the streets like, here, I got $100. What you got? She's like, I got $100. She got in the game. I mean, people were just, it was just awesome. It was just absolutely awesome.
I'm very impressed with they didn't allow that team. I don't care if they were injured or not. You put your thumb in your throat early.
Oh yeah, because Jordy was out there. Jordy was out there until what? The fourth quarter.
Basically, I kept telling what I kept saying. Hit him in the rib. They were like, he looked like a dang. He had armor on out there. But
man, he had on more than rib protection. He had on a flap jacket. Then he had on
Kevlar vest.
Kevlar vest.
You can't shoot.
Like
you
Secret
shoot
Service.
He ain't getting hurt right now. He got a lot on, but
wasn't feeling no pain. Let's start with this, because we're going to really get into this game. When we talked about the game last week, going to the game, it was funny to hear, everybody, everybody, he a bad man, he a bad. Okay, everybody, yes. Listen, he only plays quarterback.
Right, that's what I said.
He only plays quarterback.
He ain't the water boy, y'all.
They came to see Aaron Rodgers.
I thought he passed
kicking
something
the
out.
ball.
He was doing.
He wasn't making tackles.
No, they had no running game. They really couldn't stretch the field. I mean, listen, this was not a team to be scared of, and that's what we talked about last week when we made our picks. I'm like, listen, y'all, this defense is bad. Green Bay defense is terrible.
No, but they made they were terrible, but they made plays against you guys. They made enough plays
And
where
the
it had
Giants.
people thinking that maybe, just maybe, they would be able to do something. But once again, I think it was a case of not seeing this team from Atlanta, not realizing how these young boys we got on that defensive side of the ball are gonna catch the ball. Fine, you catch it. They're gonna put a lick on you. And for the injuries that Green Bay had coming in, they left with more injuries than they had coming in.
But
Shout
they were beat up.
Shout out to Clay Matthews in that line too. They shut down because Pepper was hot.
Right.
Shut down Clay. He had to block his cousin. Shut him down. I was in. I ain't gonna lie. I took a long breath when I saw Alex Mack on that ground. I'm like, but if you don't get up.
But he was like,
he got a week off. He'll take the week off this week. He didn't practice today. He'll be all right.
No, he practicing all week.
Yeah.
And you know what? And he said, you know what? I've been searching for this my whole entire career. I get here, and this is where we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, he was like, it was nothing gonna keep me off that field.
That needle. Shout out to that needle.
Oh yeah, adrenaline start running and everything. But look, we could go ahead and start talking about the game plan that the Falcons had. I'm telling you that Julio, hats off to you. He got 3 different injuries in his foot. You couldn't even tell. Dude was toe tapping, toe drag swag, flipping over people.
Well, when you let the one receiver that you shouldn't let run wide open, run free in zone.
Okay, but you can say the same thing. That's the same thing Pittsburgh did.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's going to happen. I can't understand for the life. If I ain't gonna cover nobody else on the field,
right?
We gonna know what Julio not finna run no shallow cross on me.
Oh yeah, he run it and then it's like get off me.
But what was a beautiful part of that play, if you look at it, was what Gabriel did. He took his man in the slot and he stood in front of him. And I don't know what the corner were doing because they trying to hand him off, but they couldn't because Gabriel jumped into the slot.
It's high low. Everybody run it.
And when he ran it, you just saw him. I was like, who you might go on this one? Then to see Aaron Rodgers' face on the sideline, he was
like, God.
You like it's over.
Nah, he's sitting there looking like, dude, we run that play. Y'all can't defend that. Listen, you pass. Listen, make him throw the ball to Gabriel.
Yeah.
Don't let him throw the ball to Julio.
And I ain't understanding. He was trying to hand him out. I'm like, why are you handing out Julio? That's the one guy
That's who you don't hand out.
But he was like, man, I am not trying to guard this big dude. I'll take little dude. I'll take little dude. You gonna take him.
They playing zone.
Yeah.
So
again, if the linebacker go get to his third,
that's your zone.
and you bump him just a little bit, then that safety has time. I'm like, listen,
how you don't touch? I mean, I'm glad you didn't. Keep doing what you're doing out there, Green Bay. But you go. He's 6'3", 220.
Listen, every receiver, every offense run high-low combination. Then we called it choice two. That's what Coach Thomas called. He called choice two. You tell the safety, okay, if they jump male on the post, you can hit Mason on the shallow. The linebacker grab Maceo, hit Mel on the second level, or if the safety, everybody cave it, you hit Corey over the top.
And all they saw was Lord Jesus. That's all they saw. That's all they saw, and that's what they were like. Okay,
you can't pass up 11.
Yeah, well,
you can't pass up 11.
Didn't want to tackle him.
Shout out to also, man, that 1-2 combination we got at running back is ridiculous.
Just nasty.
It's ill. But you know what's crazy? All week you're gonna hear the same thing. Well, we don't really know about it. I saw a couple of different people say it kind of thing. Well, who are these Falcons? I'm like, okay, well,
y'all about to see. Y'all, but I believe that's the same thing. I believe that in his arrogance, Aaron Rodgers and McCarthy said the same thing. Oh, we got them.
We're gonna go to Atlanta.
We're gonna go to Atlanta and we're gonna win this game because it was a close game. It's it's gonna be a high scoring game. We know that, but we got Aaron Rodgers.
We should have put fit on.
I agree. You know me.
I'm greedy.
I wanted that 43 last week.
We'll be right back.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change, called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Coming to you live from Sensation Station. Listen to The Crush, you get a rush. Live with Stacey Harris, the best radio station online. Peace. Roll Tide.
We're still here, man.
Shout out to Sam Raff, who was in his man cave with his one Dion jersey, one Mike Vick jersey. He don't have no Andre Rison jersey, man. What is wrong with you, Sam?
Whatever, Sam.
What is wrong with you, Sam?
Andre Rison was with us. Or maybe
Dre Rison was with us in spirit.
He looked like it.
His twin was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, his twin.
Everybody got a clone. I think that was a clone.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I had somebody actually come up to me and say, "Hey, man, that Andre Rison." And I looked for about 10 minutes
I was like, dude, that dude ain't got no tattoos, man.
He was real clean cut.
Yeah, he was real clean cut. Dre Rison don't look like that today. Know that.
Hey, we still talking about the game, man, this weekend. Awesome event. The rain couldn't slow it down. They kept going. That offense was potent. Again, Matt Ryan smiling. Matt Ryan look like he don't talk no trash. He did like he just smile all the time. It's hard to give him a smile.
But you know what, Matt? You see flashes. I mean, I like looking at different shows and just looking at different views of Matt. You'll see him. He over there cussing folk out.
Yeah,
he does. I mean, when they don't get to play in there fast enough, he's going off on them. So I mean, but I want to talk about not only Matt's touchdown run, because that was a. I know your mouth was on the ground, wasn't it? We're like, wait a minute, is that Aaron Rodgers or that Aaron Rodgers?
We kept looking like, he really running.
He gonna score. Somebody next to me say, Lord, Matt Ryan finna score. I said, Lord, have mercy, they done caught them in man. Everybody back turn.
Everybody back turn.
And they even look back like, did that Matt? Wait a minute.
Everybody back turn. Like, who is that?
Had Troy and them talk about, well, he was the option quarterback in high school. So, like, yeah, but it's Matt Ryan. Come on,
like,
back.
y'all stop. He didn't run no option in high school, y'all.
That's what they say. He ran option in high school.
Matt Ryan ran no option in high school.
Probably the slowest out there.
Well,
Man, look at
it was an XPA. Come on, who are we playing against?
That's true. Matt Ryan ain't going up off the college running option.
His peers.
Right. Right. So, I mean, that was fantastic itself. And, I love how even initially the running game didn't get going. It was stagnant at points.
You got to keep running.
They kept running.
keep running.
Because they kept killing them with them passes out of the backfield. Patrick DeMarco, I love my fullback. I love my fullback. Love my fullback.
As soon as he caught it, Glade say, look at
That's my boy. Love my
that.
fullbacks. Love my fullbacks. Not only that, not him and Free catching the balls out of the backfield. Coleman catches the balls out of the backfield. And that crap, y'all, is so hard to defend. Because you're like, okay, we got everybody else shut down. What they going to do?
They called a play where Tevin was on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes across, makes sure out the backfield and run into the flat. I was like, and he hid. I don't know how he hid, but he hid. And when he came out, it was like Green Bay was like, who is 26? Who man is that?
He gone.
Again,
He gone.
A staple in that spread, like that kind of spread attack. Everybody has that play, and again, it's based on flow.
Yeah.
Once you get everybody going one way, and then you got all they doing is blocking down. His man gone, then just slip back out in the flat. Because that's really the same thing DeMarco did. Clay Matthews, in his scouting, and this is why, as an offense coordinator, you self-scout yourself. We run this play. Yeah. This is what we do on this play. So now this time, we're going to do the same action, but we're going to slip the fullback out.
Right.
And then we got to call on the Cricket Wireless hotline.
Hey, caller, what your question on?
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Good evening, ladies.
What's happening?
What's happening?
This Sam Watson.
Sam, what up, Sam?
What's up, Sam?
All right. Y'all doing good today?
Doing well.
Yeah,
always doing good, brother. Talk to me.
That's good. I wanted to know, what do y'all think the NFL should do about the Pro Bowl? Get more fan interest.
Oh, man, listen, they can't do nothing about the Pro Bowl to get nobody. That thing is terrible.
I'm going to tell you what they're going to do about the Pro Bowl. In 2 years, it's going to be in Vegas. Fan interest out the Don't worry about it. It's going to survive.
Because they're moving it to L.A. with the Raiders going out there. They have, and that's the biggest thing, too. Sam, it's about money, man. These players ain't going to hurt themselves in the offseason. They got checks they want to cash. They want to be ready for next season. So they're going to give you a minimal effort. So you have to do something to make the fan experience different. In Vegas,
it's going to be in Vegas. When that stadium is done, that's exactly where they're going to move the Pro Bowl to. Not only will players want to go, fans will want to go.
And, love Hawaii. Hawaii is great. But Vegas Strip is its own
That's right.
world.
And it ain't 5 hours from the mainland.
But do you want the NFL players in Vegas for a whole week?
Man, that ain't going to be my problem. We got a brotherhood. We ain't going.
Oh, man, do you really?
Brotherhood ain't going.
Do you really want rich young guys on the Vegas Strip?
Makes it they go all the time.
They go anyway.
Listen, but they go in the off season. We have a game to play. So you want me out there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Hey, Sam, man, thanks for calling us, bro.
All right.
Appreciate the love, Sam.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. That's one of the ways that it's going to survive and it's going to thrive in Vegas. Watch.
I mean, the guys just don't want to play in the game. They don't want to tackle.
Right. They don't want to tackle. But I'm telling you,
football.
that's why the Vegas thing is going to be so exciting.
They got to make it to where the fans want to be a part of it.
Right.
Because the players are checking out. They're done. This is and when you say off season, this is off season for them.
But that's why the fans. That's why the fans checking out. I listen. I know. Ain't nobody finna run up on somebody try to make no tackle. Like, come on, man.
They party so hard the whole weekend, and they party the night before. So it's like, yeah, we gotta do this.
Hey, man, just
I'm coming with the swag,
man.
man.
Like, hey, you in the Pro Bowl. Hey, thank you for coming.
Hey, man, we come back, man. We still got smoke. We still gonna talk. Hey, I want to talk about superlatives of both games. So let's talk about that when we come back.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Great leaders aren't born. They're made, and not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
This is Spencer Smith with Triple H Tackling Academy, and you're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hey, man, we're back. Right now, man, we're about to talk about, we're going to get everybody's conference championship superlatives. So, all right, guys, so in the Patriots-Steelers game, who stood out for y'all?
What's his face?
Chris Hogan.
Yeah.
He blew up. He was ridiculous.
Chris
Yeah,
Hogan.
Julio numbers.
He was 9 for 182.
Yeah.
182.
Yeah.
He had 2 touchdowns. Edelman had 118. And, of course, Brady. You know the thing that was interesting?
Hey, did Pittsburgh defense ever even show up? That's crazy.
They ain't get no pressure.
They
ain't do nothing. I mean, even though Timmons had a lot of tackles, he didn't really do nothing in that game. It was all about the offense over there. Anybody else, man? Steelers, nobody had over 100 yards rushing or passing. Ben threw for 314 and had a pick and a touchdown and wants to retire.
Ben being a drama queen. Can you tell y'all, man, being a drama queen, man.
Yeah.
He wear a walking boot. He don't need no walking boot. He want to retire. He just want everybody to be like, Ben, don't go.
Please leave.
He want them to sing, please don't go, girl.
Ben, we need you.
That's what he want them to do.
That's what he want. He want little tears and all that. Going to the Falcon game, y'all guys, who you got as superlatives?
Wow, let's see.
You got to start out with Julio.
Julio, I mean, the defensive line, Rashid, Tyson Jackson got a sack. I mean, I'm going to give my superlative out I dogged you out from the time we drafted you, young man, because I just felt like, does he know how to play DB? I mean, what is he out there doing?
He did a LeBron James, though.
Jalen Collins.
Oh, he's talking about the other one.
Oh, you talking about, okay.
Jalen Collins, since he took over for True Fun, has been a doggone beast out there.
Man, the True, they going to give you a walking papers, True.
No, they not.
We got a spot for you, True.
You both crazy.
We got a spot for you, baby.
Dream on.
True, we need you to...
They gonna sign True. True got one more year. They gonna make him. Yeah, he'd be cool.
Sam, hello, Sam. No, it's Malcolm Butler don't want no problem, Sam. He don't want no problem. Listen, he gonna get a lot of help.
You had no choice.
He gonna get a lot of help. Sure.
Once again, Sam, even with the help, what you gonna do about the other 10?
Sam, he don't want no problem, Sam. Man, he don't want no problem. Malcolm Butler weigh about 175. He don't want no problems.
Julio is really even when the dude got the holding call on him and Julio flung him 5 yards down the field.
5 yards.
It's a different beast right now, man. I think Julio be playing at Jim Brown when he say, "I'm gonna toe hurt, man." He limps off a little bit, then he come back and hit you for an 80-yard pass,
and then a toe tap on.
He just need a blow.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
He just need a little.
The guy for me, man, who I was kind of weary on all year, but somehow his game is picked up during the playoffs. Is Sanu. He's becoming an option for us.
He's that third down option.
Yeah, he's
number 2, man.
Yeah,
he is doing what we not trying to beat the. That's Julio's job. That's Gabriel's job. But I go across the middle, coach. I got you.
I got you. Big body guy.
Yeah, just go get the ball.
Tough yards.
Yeah.
He had a few drops early in the year, But this is why they brought him in.
Yeah. This is what he's here for.
This is why they brought him in.
And I was noticing that he might not get the game before when he got the fade route. When he went over dude and caught it.
Right.
I mean, he's doing a little thing now like a big receiver should do.
Right.
He should be doing
right.
that. Yeah.
And earning all that money that everybody was bemoaning him getting in the first place. But he's that great possession receiver. That third down, that's like you said, it's like, yo, coach, I'll go over the middle.
Yeah,
I got this. With no fear.
His longest catch was 16 yards, but it was probably a 3rd and 8 when we needed him to get that 16 for us.
But that's why you bring guys like that in. That's your job.
Yeah.
Don't worry about, sometimes because for certain guys, it's not about touchdowns and that stuff. We need you to move the chain. We need you to come get that dirty block. Take Julio out. You come in motion, short motion, and you block that in.
Yeah.
Well, who's your superlative? I know you're a Cowgirl fan and everything, but I know you were looking at that team like.
I watched it. I mean, like I said, they played well. I mean, you start with the guy, Matt. You start with Matt.
Right.
Start with Matt, who a lot of y'all didn't like, but
Talking about play Matt Schaub. Y'all make me sick of stupid stuff.
Listen, I got all y'all screenshots. I'm gonna put y'all on blast. Not this week, but next week.
When we come back, man, we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna talk about our game changers one more time. We're gonna talk about this weekend and just wrap up a great week. Stay with us.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, actress Reese Odom, and you are tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
We're going to the Crush Recap brought to you by
Black Power.
She sound with a little extra over there today. All right, we're Blunt Power with 3 straight laughs for days. You can find out more about
Black Power.
their website, bluntpower.com, or their Facebook page, Blunt Power, or their Twitter page, @BluntPower. Hey, man, we were talking about it. First of all, thank you, Brandy, as always.
Oh, I had a ball.
Your family. She
I
bringing out,
loved it.
that's our phone. When you bring out Polaroids, they'll buy.
They don't know about it.
Yeah, we gotta get a couple of Polaroids.
Yeah, man, just coming in. But make sure, tell everybody about what Game Changer, where they can find out information and all that good stuff.
Find out information at GameChangers180.com. All social media handles at GameChangers180.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You can find me if you're looking for me, Brandy M. Ford.
I always be looking like Brandy she put the Game Changer first, and then she's living on Brandy Ford too. Because Game Changer got a good following on Instagram. I see you. I see
Just
you.
a little bit.
I see you.
Just a little bit.
Just all I say is when you happen to be in one of those meetings. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got these fellas. They got a great show in Bucket.
Go holler at my boys. Go holler at my boys.
Off season is coming up, so I will
That's
go
what I'm
ahead
saying.
and put,
This is our
I will
time.
put the notation out there.
There it is.
I will send an email.
That will be. I'm telling you, that will be awesome. I don't care what day of week y'all do that show on. I want to come in and just listen to what these wives go through. Just that will be awesome.
Hey, real quick, Sam bringing a lot of knowledge, man. Just pay Alpha. He says it's not looking good for True Fun.
Man, please, we got $40 million to spend. You just
But you know, and this is something that people understand. We kind of talked about the other day. After the Super Bowl run, guys change in off season.
Right.
Regardless of, I mean, it's something you have to really think about. Guys, okay, I've done it. I've done it for this. Now let me see what, look at guys who left Denver. Josh Norman was expendable.
I think
it's always interesting.
They regret that big time in Carolina.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Oh, they regret that big time.
But it makes an interesting conversation because it's like we made it with, now you got these other guys come in, man. How do you really fit? And like say Jalen Collins making plays.
Well, yeah, but see the difference as far as Trufant is concerned, and the difference as far as the Falcons are concerned. The only big name, the only free agent out there that we were interested or thinking about or whatever that's he's a restricted free agent is Taylor Gabriel. Mm-hmm. So otherwise, as far as the offense is concerned, we're straight.
Hey Sam, you ain't trying to mess us up. We got a groove.
Now listen, no, Sam is a dour. Sam, one of the few Falcon fans that I be like, you know what? I can have a conversation with Sam because we talk about it.
Right.
Some of y'all other folk, yeah.
Every team go in with that number one priority. I would think True would be number one. I don't see anybody.
I definitely think because I think once again they will move Alford to the slot. Yeah. And then would have Trufant on one side and Collins on the other side.
I believe Jalen's still on his rookie contract, so I think he got about 1 or 2 more years left on it.
But you think about it. Think about all of them that are still on their rookie contract.
Now, I'm going to tell you that, and Sam will bring up Brian
Pooley.
How he didn't get drafted out of Florida is beyond me.
They about stupid. But you know what?
It must have been some off the field stuff.
But once again, it's that system. It's that right fit, and it was just the right fit for him. It was the right time for him.
And Dan Quinn being able to coach him at that Florida too, so he had a chance to see the kids. So I just think it was. I'm. You know me, I want them just to save money for my boy, DJ, win a couple of years. But he's still on a rookie contract, too, so we good with that.
Right.
And them problems that you glad to have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think Trufant will be a number one priority. Trufant probably looking on the sideline, too, like.
You always, cause, I mean, the thing, and kind of how we discussed yesterday, each season is special.
Yeah.
Right.
Each season special. No matter, like I said, you can bring your whole team back. Mm-hmm. Next year would never be like this year. And that's why people enjoy this.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy it. Because the thing about it, next year, no matter how many free agents you bring back, listen, guys changing off season. All of a sudden, hey, you do the circuit. Now you got a commercial. Yeah. Now you can go get that Bentley. Right. You know what I'm saying? Man, you come back to camp now. You wearing shades. You weren't wearing shades,
and you go from a
now
team.
You Hollywood.
You go from a team that everybody thought was gonna win 6 games this year,
right?
To now everybody's radar because they see that offense is potent. 35 some point a game is not doing to sneeze at.
That's why I was making fun of Dan Quinn initially. I'm like, who is this? Positive attitude, rah guy.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean, really, because these guys have bought into it, and you see through each interview. They are still so humble, so hungry, but they believe in this team concept. They believe in playing for this brotherhood.
And what I love about it too, man, Dan ain't forgot.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Oh my gosh, he hasn't.
Nah.
Cause that was he was defensive coordinator. That Seattle team.
You carry that kind of stuff, but unlike the last time, you got guys like Devontae who can sit there and tell these guys how to win it. Yeah, he won it at the highest of the college level. And it's this little thing, when you have guys who come from winning programs, guys who've just been winners,
right?
It makes a difference. In '98, I don't know if you had that. Like I said, my god brother was on that team, and I can tell you, we were in they got to Miami too early, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Way too early.
They were there too early.
With that a 10-hour flight.
And they stayed in Miami, where Denver stayed in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
So you never saw the Broncos, but you saw the Falcons every night on South Beach.
Well, see, and that's a good thing about, once again, Dan Quinn. He's been there. He's done this, so he knows exactly how to show this team. This is the way you do it. This is the way you do it. So hopefully, they'll be staying up in the woodlands or whatever, which is about 2.
Because y'all know Houston ain't number baby Atlanta.
They already practicing. they will be practicing on the Rice College campus. So
yeah.
So they put them. Yeah, don't put them in Houston.
They out in the wood. They out in the sticks.
Yeah.
Good.
Because y'all know Houston ain't number Atlanta.
Baby Atlanta. We know.
Yeah. The Gallery ain't nothing but Lennox. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I lived in Houston for 6 months. That was the longest 6 months of my life.
Eugene Robinson,
you go to Greenbrier every day?
So humid every
Yeah,
day.
it got that
like,
thick heat.
I'm like,
It's that thick heat down
I'm
in
like,
Houston.
I'm going home.
Eugene, we don't need you to show up.
Oh.
Don't be talking to
Well,
Brian.
he worked for the Carolina Panthers, so he won't be nowhere
does,
around.
but you know, it was so funny because Jeff Schultz was on talking about, he interviewed, he talked to Eugene Robinson a couple days ago, and it's going to be at AJC tomorrow. But he was talking about, you know, he might be a good guy to have them just come in and say, listen, don't do what I do. He was just kidding. First of all, he was just kidding. He was just talking out the car, and he was just kidding. He was just kidding to the wrong person.
Who was this kid?
Eugene Robinson.
Man, Eugene
Stay in Carolina.
Eugene wife was over there by the pool chilling, man. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hey, man, boy, that Miami, man, I tell you, hey.
I'm so glad.
We had a ball, man. Shout
Man.
out Dennis Rodman, his partner.
Falcons,
They were
in the
sharing a
woodlands.
lollipop. Hey, man, it was some wild stories down there.
Stay up on the
at
north
Miami,
side
man.
of Houston, the woodlands.
I'm so glad I didn't go.
Woo!
Thank you,
Lord
Sky.
have mercy.
Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Brandy.
Thank you. No problem.
Thank you, Eric.
Woo! She rising up.
Going to the Super Bowl, baby. We not just going. We
excited.
gonna win this thing.
Make sure you got one more week.
We about to win this thing, shawty.
No, you got 2 more weeks.
Man, let me tell you, Super Bowl ring. Oh, Maceo, you would hate. Oh my God, you hate me.
All right, bro.
I hate you now.
Yeah. I'm about to say the heat
I
already.
hate you now.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
What's a dumb way to listen to an awesome mix of urban hits?